DZ, EDL, how we doing? We're back. Another video for you. Say hello to the people, Dan.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy, folks. Fresh off the
That was terrible.
Thursday night game. Little Patriots, Giants. Fuck the Patriots. Um, did you watch the game?
A little bit, very little.
Little. I had it on. I was doing some
I had
stuff
to,
around the
I had to
house.
work.
I watched Brandon Bolden do a little bit of work for me with the pickup of the year. It's not going to matter, but it still felt good to get one right. Week 5 last week.
Trade him, hurry.
Right? Who wants them? Week 5 last
Edwards.
week. I pumped that shit up a lot. I said week 5 was a big week. We had a lot of stuff going on, and it delivered, Dan. Week 5 came. It delivered. Week 5 was a big W. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of little history. We got a little history lane we're gonna go down, but some house cleaning stuff first. I don't know. Some of you may noticed. I fucking did something with my life. I got up, got on the site, spent some time, went through a ton of shit. All the penalties have been updated. Went through everyone's transaction log, seen everything they dropped, went and made sure who it was. We can go back if you have any questions, look at it. But if you go to the penalties, on the message board is updated for next season. I went through and looked at everyone's rosters to make sure that no one was over on their contract years. Some of you guys are close, but everyone's good. No penalties there. Went and added all the details for all the rookies. So if you look at your roster, you'll see that all the rookies will show exactly what spot you drafted them in, or if you were added by the first come, first serve, or after draft. All the details are in there. If I have any details wrongs or on any players that you want fixed, send them to me, and I will get that taken care of. What other kind of stuff? I put on details on those 3 rookies that are ineligible. I put that in their details on the free agents list, so you'll see that it'll say not eligible for taxi. So that'll be easier to tell on. Salary adjustments. Went through and did other shit. But if you see something up, let me know. But this is probably the cleanest I've had the EDL contracts and all that penalties in a while, so got that done. But back to week 5, Dan. Back to week 5. We had 5 teams, 4-1. 5 teams. 4 of those teams met head-to-head, so that means we only have 3 now. The other team won. But 5 came in at a 4-1 record. Only 3 leave with a 1-loss record. We have Seward, Tito, and yourself. 1 from each division, all with 1 loss, racing for home field advantage, the number 1 seed in the league.
Absolutely. None of y'all want to come to the Snake's Pit, all right?
The Snake's Pit. Yeah, so you guys, we go down to a 3-headed battle, 1 from each division. Then next time, the only time you guys face each other, Tito and Seward face each other in week 10. You don't face either of them for a while. Have you faced them yet?
I played Seward.
Did you win or lose?
I lost. It was his the doubleheader week when he dropped 300 million points.
Right. So that's your 1 loss. So you still got to face Tito.
I believe so.
So Tito's both got you and Seward later in the season.
I do face Tito. And guess what?
What?
He's going to have Patty Mahomes on by and David Johnson.
So good job to you 3. That is a race we will be following if any of you guys get knocked off the top of it. Not only that, week 5 brought some player scoring like we've never freaking seen before. We had 4 players last week over 50 points. That is the first time that's ever happened in the history of the EDL, that there's been 4 players to score that much in 1 week. In fact, it's only happened that there's been 2 players to score over 50 points in the same week. That's only happened twice. Back in 2015, in week 8, we had Drew Brees and Eli Manning go over 50 for Rupp and Pete. And then back in week 15 of the same year, 2015, you, DZ, had David Johnson and Edwards had Cam Newton. So for the 4 players to go over 50 points, this is the first time that's ever happened. And then obviously off those numbers, this is the first time an owner has had two players at the same time, same week, over 50 points. Both Matt and Seward did that. So that's freaking pretty impressive. A lot of scoring last week, or some high point scoring. And then going down to just the list here, all coming from two different owners. Pretty crazy. Gonna a couple more just because the numbers are so out of this world. We had Will Fuller at 53.7. That puts him at the 10th highest score. He cracked the top 10 list all time. Aaron Jones with 53 points is 11th all time. Deshaun Watson comes in at, hold on, I wrote this down, 14th all time. And then C-Mac tied for 18th with a guy named Jonas Gray. All-time record.
Hey, I remember that game, Nate. Do you remember that game? I think it was against your Colts.
It might have been.
It was Sunday Night Football against your Colts,
They
and the
scored like 4
Patriots.
TDs.
Yeah, the Patriots put a shellacking on your team.
So a lot of scoring, a lot of dope matchups last week, a lot of points from a couple different teams or just individual scores. So that was pretty crazy. Just looking back at last week. There's one trade. I'm going to move on to a little bit of trade talk, DZ, unless you got anything to add about last week. We're going to recap the game, so we'll be talking about it anyways.
Yeah.
All right, trade. We had one, just me and you. Just happened the other day. You came and got Eifert from me for just a little. You dangled a third-round pick. Maybe thinking Eifert's getting traded to the Patriots. You put that in the chat? You trying to sneak one by me?
Yeah, that would be ideal, obviously, for me.
Man, you gave me a third. I felt like at any given point, Eifert could get hurt just even thinking about getting traded. So
yeah.
I had to take it. Who knows? So look, just no real trade, but we'll see. Confidence picks. Matt might be pulling away a little bit over here. 473 had a pretty solid week. I see a couple of the owners here, Russell and Flo and Weekend at Gurley's. Looks like they probably missed tonight's game because I doubt they picked the Giants. Remember, you can still be in it. They're just your high point scores, so you'd have to take the 14-point L and choose everyone lower. If you have any trouble with that, just let me know. I'll make it happen. Survivor pool, Kansas City. My Colts fucked your Survivor pool up. We have Rupp got knocked out, Pete got knocked out, and Casey got knocked out.
Who's left? Who we got left?
Matt, Jerome, Robbie, and Edwards. They all picked Philly last week.
Robbie is a fucking Survivor pool legend, by the way. But dude, Matt's looking like the fucking guru here, man.
Right? He's coming up, gonna just pick up some cheddar.
God, he's gonna have to tell me about the game of football, I guess.
Yeah, so Matt's doing well in both of them. Still got to make your Survivor pick right here. He's the only one this week that hasn't done it, so get that done. What else? Power rankings. Let's go to the fucking power rankings. We got a new number one, DZ. Did you notice?
Oh, I love the power rankings all of a sudden. I love it.
New number one last week was Pete. He dropped down to 4. That allows you somehow to get up there. You're 5-1. Top 3 teams are the 5-1 teams, like you would think.
I was just gonna say, finally, the power rankings are legit.
Finally.
I'm putting some credibility back into those bastards.
A little underrated storyline here. I'm gonna give you DZ. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are 2-4 or 3-3. Pretty close there. I have Casey at 1-5, but if you look at Casey's points 4 and just even where he's at, he might be a little bit better than a 1-5 record. We'll see. My point being, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. 3 of y'all getting in the toilet bowl. That's all I gotta say. 3 of y'all getting in the toilet bowl. We might have a tight race at the bottom to see who gets in, who gets out, who's got a chance at the dance. But we got a lot of even records towards the bottom of the standings right now. Maybe a storyline we'll talk about coming up. We're gonna recap the games. Do you have any respect you want to give out?
Man, I did have some respect, but okay. I'm going Tito finally. I feel like I've been giving Tito shit all season long. So I mean, when you beat the fucking juggernaut that is Pete, gotta give you some respect. Good shit, Tito.
Hey, good choice. I got my respect. I'm gonna give out Seward. Seward's gonna earn mine this week. I'll tell you what. I wasn't a little bit skeptical if he was the real deal. If you look at his weeks, his points scored outside of that doubleheader week, pretty pedestrian, to say the least. There were a lot of 200 points, sub 200 point scores, a couple of them. But this week he put up 285. Where's he at over here? 285
No,
against
that's me.
252. No, you both did. You put up 284. He put up 285.
What?
Yeah, he's a high points by a fucking tit hair.
Dude, this motherfucker got a fucking stat correction then because
Disappointment. That's what it looks like. Right
my
there.
power ranking would have been so much better.
That's what disappointment looks like. But Seward getting high points again, doing that twice in the first 5 weeks. When you're good, you're fucking really good. You were last week. Got some respect. Let's talk about the recaps for last week. Some Joe Dirts, some Pay Dirts. I got yours and Robbie's game at the top. You were talking some shit. Are you still gonna talk it? You gonna let it out or not?
Dude, I talked some shit and I fucking backed it up, man. I ruined Robbie's Sunday. Come on, you guys know he's at his fucking house, just pacing, just fucking praying for something to happen. And by 1:00, his dreams were shattered. Hit the bottle, Robbie.
Who was your pay dirt? Who was the one that just came in and fucking made you
Dude,
proud?
I'm saying it right fucking now on this channel, and I am biased, and I don't care. He liked one of my tweets one time. The best fucking receiver in the fucking game, Michael Thomas. And, you know, people want to talk about, oh, well, Drew Brees will be dead sometime. Well, if you haven't been paying attention, Teddy Bridgewater has been his quarterback, and he's getting shit done. I know this was against the Bucs in New Orleans, but fuck it, man. This guy catches everything. He's a great route runner, scores touchdowns. What's not to like about fucking Michael Thomas?
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, I did. Also, second in the league in receiving.
Who let you down? Who's your Joe Dirt?
It's not really his fault, but I kind of bought in on the Philip Dorsett, whatever. Not really a train, like maybe one of those Tonka toy trains or something like that. I bought in on that, and he got hurt in this game. He got me a goose egg, which, you know, anyone that knows me knows I'm desperate to join the 300 club, and I still haven't got my invitation. And partly to blame is Philip Dorsett.
You had a Brandon Graham and Nick Bosa on your bench dropping some 26s.
Come on, Nate. Come on, Nate. Come on.
All right, let's look at Robbie's team. Who performed only a 201? That's tough in this kind of a matchup. So who performed?
I kind of went back and looked at this. You know, a lot of times we'll have like a rookie on our practice squad blow up. Then you call them up and they let you down. It's kind of the opposite in this case. For reasons unknown only to Robbie in this one, he called up Marcus Davenport, and the guy blew up. 18.3 points in this game. Dude, this kid's a real deal. This is a really good DN right here. Nate, I'm really jealous. That's about the only thing I'm jealous about Robbie here is his defensive ends are beast, and Davenport's a great addition to the crew.
His newly obtained Todd Gurley share was his high points of the week. Give my Todd Gurley some love. All right, who let him down? Who was his?
You know, this is a guy who kind of let me down, just because I've hyped him up a ton. He's out now for a month, but Jalen Samuels, Robbie called him up after a big Monday night game. It did backfire. It sucks, dude, because 18 touches in week 4, only 6 in week 5. I'm not sure when he got hurt in this game. I ain't watching no fucking Stiller game. But, I mean, the silver lining was he did get 4 targets and Connor got 0, but now he's out a month. So that's going to just regress his progression that much more.
Good win. You had a potential points of 351.
Yeah, bro. That's not efficient. That's not efficient.
Of the highest I've seen. Let's move on. Our next game, We got Russell and Flo, Birdman taking down Edwards. Two now after this game, both at a 3-3 record. Pretty big win here for Birdman. You know, he was below Edwards in a division matchup. Let's start with Edwards, because fuck it. Who let him down? Who is this Joe Dirt?
D Ford. I mean, I know it's a defensive player, and you know you're not supposed to expect much from them anyway. But dude, we're talking about his Niners on Monday night when he had a small glimpse of a hope, and the Niners defense went nuts in this game. They had 4 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 8 quarterback hits. D Ford got none of that for Edwards. I'll be a little butthurt right now at D Ford, even though the comeback was probably improbable.
I like that Teddy Bridgewater outscored Gardner Minshew, even though Bridgewater was on his bench.
Yeah, but you're not going to put Minshew on as Joe Dirt.
All right.
Minshew ball.
Who was his pay dirt?
This guy's been impressive. And again, Edwards, we talked about it. This guy killed the fucking 2017 draft. And this is another late round pick right here. Cooper Kupp, man.
I guess that one on the money.
26.7 on Thursday Night Football against my Seahawks. 9 catches, 117, 1 touchdown. Model of consistency here, Nate. This guy, number 3, as I said, in receivers behind my 2 guys, and averaging over 23 points a game. Really good player for Edwards.
Let's look at Birdman here. Who he got the victory. Efficiency. Hey, holy fuck. Look at this efficiency. 97.7%. God damn.
Yeah, you shouldn't have started Cole Beasley and Dante Fowler.
That's his only 2. His only 2 down arrows. That's pretty fucking crazy.
And I don't even think that's I see. He could have benched a linebacker and put in a corner.
Anyways, maximizing his score to get this one. Who was his pay dirt?
Shit, bro. Clearly? Russell Wilson, the fucking GOAT, the number 1 quarterback in EDL, averaging over 30 points a game. He's a god.
And who let him down?
Where did I put it? I'm going right back down. I'm going right back to the Seahawks here, and I'm just wondering how long he can run this 2 Seahawk running back strategy. Penny only 8.1 points in this one, only 8 touches. Eventually you got to see something from Penny, and you can't just keep throwing him in the lineup. You could have put Rocky Sin, Nate, your corner in, and done just as good.
Damn good corner. Maximizing your points. Good win for Birdman. Let's move on. We have Rupp losing.
Is this toilet bowl preview?
I don't know. Matt scored 254.3. 105 of it coming from 2 players. Rupp over here with the efficiency score of 76%. Not good. Let's start with Rupp here. He was definitely the favorite in this matchup. Who let him down? Who is his Joe Dirt?
I feel like it's Shady McCoy. 2.3 points in this game. Man, we all got excited about. I was one of them. I got excited about Damian Williams. And then people that I'm sure Rupp was excited when the Chiefs picked up McCoy. I don't think Andy Reid looks at any of these running backs and says, I can make a star of this guy like he did with Brian Westbrook back in the day, or even Kareem Hunt, 2 years ago. So, man, that's a shaky ass position right there. I wouldn't want to be in that scenario at all. And I honestly think the Chiefs are going to grab a dope ass running back. I'm guessing in the second round, maybe even first round next year in the draft.
That'd be a good move for them. Who was his pay dirt?
Oh man, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs. He had 34.5 points in this game, 26 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns over across the pond, and he did it against the Bears. Man, a very shocking outcome over there. And Josh Jacobs looked really good. His volume out the gate would make me excited alone.
26 touches or 26 carries, 3 receptions. That's pretty good. That's what you're looking for. All right, let's switch teams. Matt, big win here. He had 2 50-point scores, DZ. Which one was his pay dirt? Or did they split the check here?
I gave it to both. I gave it to both. I mean, what do you do, man? It's 2 50-pointer guys, dude. And they did it together. I mean, obviously, if I had to pick just one of them, it'd be Will Fuller because Deshaun Watson. I mean, Will Fuller is well over his average compared to Watson in this one. Just a fucking great game for both those guys.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who let him down?
I got Emmanuel Sanders in this one. He had one target in this game. He had 1.9 points. And the problem I'm seeing here is I know there's rumors that he might get traded. And he probably will. And we thought Cortland Sutton at some point would take over for Emmanuel Sanders as the number one, but he might have already done it underneath our noses here, Nate. Sutton's had 7 targets in every single game this season. It looks like the arrow is pointing up for Sutton, and maybe with Sanders pointing towards a different team.
That's possible. Good win for Matt here. We talked about Rupp? Yes, we did talk about Rupp.
Yeah,
all right, let's move on. Next one we got the fucking battle of the goats.
Another toilet bowl preview.
Oh man,
I love it.
You ever feel like I'm trying to think of an analogy where you're just like always getting punked, or you're always against like the older kids, or maybe you're just a little kid, the runt of the group. And then you run up against another one, you're like, fucking finally, I got some of my own size. That's where I was at here. And honestly, it seems trash. It seems trash.
And you still got punched out.
I let him off the hook.
Man.
Oh, fuck me, bro. How does Mac Hollins play like 65% of snaps and he doesn't get a target? Get the fuck out of here.
Because he's Mac Hollins.
Why am I starting Mac Hollins? There's another good guy. That's why you pick up Brandon Bolden. Because he's just as good. My team's terrible. I don't even really want to talk about it. Can we just quickly go through this?
Yeah. You want some good news here, or you want the bad news?
Give me the good news.
Good news is Marlon Mack, boy. I mean, 29 carries, 132 yards. And he only had one less catch than Nyheim Hines in this one. And again, like what I mentioned with Josh Jacobs, this guy's a volume, lot of volume for this guy. And what a great piece to have on your dynasty team, Nate. He's the guy you should be building around.
Yeah, I know. He's been in some trade talks. And honestly, man, like you guys, my team's trash. You've thrown me just some shit. You've been like, here, want some $1 for this player? This player might be able to help me. Just look at my roster and let's make a deal. It doesn't have to be a blockbuster, or if you want to come with it, bring the briefcase. If there's some other shit, just
back up the brace truck.
Who let me down? Where do you start?
Oh my god! Oh, this is the note right here, dude. Phillip Rivers let you the fuck down, dude. 3.9. That's horrible. I'm sure Pete's having deja vu right now from his Week 16 start last year. And I wanted to point one more thing out that I looked at your team, Nate, not to fucking just bury you while you're down. But, bro, your kicker outscored everybody on your offense except for Marlon Mack. That's bad.
Hey, he's a damn good kicker.
Everybody.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know. This is the first time I've played Jerome. My potential points was 197.9.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you're going this route.
His potential point was 198.6. That would have been a hell of a matchup. I propose next time we play, let's just go possible points. Let's just go potential points. Not even worry about the lineup and see who can break 200. First team to break 200.
This is like the fight from Step Brothers right here. This is what it is right here. All right, it's fucking Shark Week, guys.
Let's move along. Fuck Jerome's team. You should.
No, come on.
All right, let's talk about it. Who is this pay dirt? Probably the 30-point guy that fucked me up.
Obviously it's Breida. I did my notes Monday morning. Didn't even realize Breida was 30.1. Breida's guy. I'll just cross the guy off that I had.
Sounds good. Who is this Joe Dirt?
A-Rod, man. And not really his fault. Just Aaron Jones decided to fucking hog all the fantasy points in that game.
Good win, Jerome. God damn it. All right, let's move on. We have Seward pulling high points off a stat correction here. Both teams over 90% on the efficiency. That's good to see. Y'all did it right for the most part. Let's start with Seward. Did you?
All right, I'm glad you're gonna bring. I'm glad you're gonna bring up Seward because, dude, what a week Seward had here. I mean, he got between McCaffrey and Mike Evans, he had 51.5 between those two. Great week, dude. Great week. The only problem here is his Joe Dirt, Mike Evans, got 0 of those 51.5.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on, man? This is even more mind-blowing than the D-Hop situation, the Julio situation. Tough game. Is it Lattimore?
Lattimore?
I mean, he did get burnt by D-Hop in week 1, but he shut down Amari Cooper last week or 2 weeks ago, and then Mike Evans this week. I mean, I'm just assuming that he was on him. I didn't watch the game or nothing like that.
That was just Pay Dirt and Joe Dirt all wrapped up into one?
Yes.
I like it. Now, I will note he started Kyler, which was the correct quarterback. Ding, 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 ding. I think that's the first time Seward's won that all year. All right, let's go on to Casey.
Oh, one more thing I just want to add. Sorry. You know, at the end of every fantasy year, they always talk about the player with the highest percentage own of winners. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like teams that won, 60% own this player. I'm wondering how high you think that number would be with Christian McCaffrey this year.
I think we're pretty close to MVP talk.
Yeah, man, he's going to deliver. Number one player in all EDL. He's above all the quarterbacks, and he's not just above all the quarterbacks. He's above all the quarterbacks and other players by 5.5 points. Ridiculous season so far.
That's crazy. Let's look at Casey's team. Who let him down here?
I mean, Peyton Barber, man. Peyton Barber, 11.7 in this one. And, dude, you could just feel him slowly losing his grip on the starting running back job. So, I mean, Pete tried to offer some value for him preseason. Now it kind of looks like Casey's just going to fucking, go down in flames with Peyton Barber in this one.
That's possible. Ronald Jones looking a tiny bit better than I thought he was going to, I will have to admit.
He didn't have a great – I was just going to add, Ronald Jones didn't have a great game, but I just see the writing on the wall. I think Ronald Jones is going to take that job sooner rather than later.
Who is Casey's Pay Dirt?
Amari Cooper, 11 catches, 226 and a touchdown. Lone bright spot in that Cowboys game against the Packers. Just a monster game from him.
Yep. Nice. Good win. That's a good win for Seward. High points. Move on to our last game of the week. We have Tito, like you said earlier. Tito taking down Pete. Pete running into a couple – did he have a couple injuries here? A couple early injuries? Let's start with Pete. Who let him down?
Oh, man. Dude, I actually made a big list here. Sorry. Dude, this is actually a bad thing, obviously, for Pete this week, but it's kind of scary for the rest of the league. Just all his heavy hitters that are struggling right now. Odell. I mean, Julio's had back-to-back single-digit games. Nick Chubb, I mean, outside the 43-point game, couple 20s. I mean, he's been in the 14 range twice. You don't really want that from your star back. Travis Kelce has been down. Even though he's still the third best tight end, you want more production from him. Aaron Donald, I mean, he's only been in double digits one time, Nate, and the other 4 games, he's under 6 points. He's looking like one of my DNs. He'd fit in perfectly on my fucking team. Shaq Barrett finally put up a dud. And then Khalil Mack, same thing. I mean, 6.9. It scares me that, Pete's still producing at this high a level and his superstars are ice cold.
Give me a worryometer on Julio Jones.
Uh, one, like no, not worried, not worried,
not all.
Not worried. No. I mean, you got a team that's always down, and you have a quarterback that, although is not very efficient, is throwing for a lot of yards every week. So,
okay. Did Odell's warriometer go up at all?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. The Browns. I'm telling you what, the Seahawks better fucking win that game, man. We better not be the team where the Browns turn it around on. That's all I gotta say.
Who did well for Pete? Who can he be happy with?
I think this is really, really huge for Pete. I think, fuck, man. Matty Ice, man. Like, I mean, Pete's struggled with quarterbacks. You know this. His frustrations really set in. He went after Baker in the offseason. Baker fucked him over, start the season. He said, I'm done with this trash bag. And you gifted him Matty Ice. So now you don't have to worry. And Pete's always saying Matt Ryan never fucking always kills it unless he's on his team. So I'm just praying maybe Matt Ryan kills it so Pete has to eat some of them words.
What's the potential for Matt Ryan to let him down and then Pete hate Matt Ryan forever?
Oh, my God. Okay, so looking at his playoff schedule, Nate, let's take a look here. Okay, the first 2 weeks, they look like bad matchups, but I really don't even think they're that bad, dude. Panthers, 49ers, they're 4-2 in the league right now, but I feel like they have been just playing shitbag teams. I think you can kill him right there. He's got Jags in week 16 if he makes it to the Super Bowl. What do you think, man? Panthers, Niners, which one can get him?
Niners are scary. I think he's good the first week. at least. He might need some help from like some of the other guys. Like Odell might have to score more than 5 points in the second week. Help out Matt.
And they were saying something like his first 13 weeks, I think, or maybe week 11. Week 11 is his first game that's not in a dome.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Tito's team. Tito is the one. Tito put up what was I fucking looking at? A potential point of 307 here. Could have gotten the 300 club. Tito, who did well for him. Another small game for Patrick Mahomes, little Patty Mahomes, little 20 spot. Who is this? Yeah. Who is this pay dirt?
Yeah, dude. Was this guy from 2017? Don't tell me this guy was from 2017. DJ Chark?
No.
Was that 2017?
2018.
2018. Okay. Anyways, a lot of people were excited about DJ Chark. I remember after the combine, 6'4", 198, ran a 4.34. And then he got drafted by Jacksonville, and that fucking plummeted that fucking stock real quick. Tito wasn't phased. He took him, and now he's really paying the,
top 5 receiver.
Getting paid right here. Yeah, dude, 36.4 in this game. 8 catches, 164, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he looks really good, bro. And if Minshew can keep it up, I mean, that's a true number one. Looking like Allen Robinson, back in the day.
Right. Who let him down here?
This one's going to be silly. This one's going to be the highest scoring fucking Joe Dirt ever, but I had to mention it. And it's Austin Eckler, man. And the reason why I bring this up is he had 22.9 points, Nate, which is a great week. We all want that. You got that shit from Brandon Bolden almost tonight. But, dude, the dude had 15 catches, Nate. Like, come on, you got to give me more than 22.9 with 15 catches. That's like fucking 1.2 a catch or something, points per catch. Like, and you already get 1 point for the catch. So, I mean,
Mike Williams, come on.
I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, Tito's got to be thrilled that Eckler's still in the game plan, still getting the garbage time. But sooner rather than later, Melvin Gordon's coming for that ass, and Eckler's going to be another bum.
All right, let's look at good week 5. A lot of points scored. Good fucking matchups. Let's look ahead to week 6. Right now, it's got Seward and Edwards as the game of the week. Not sure if that's legit. Always after the Thursday night game, we have Edwards was actually favored by 40. What the fuck is this? 45? Let's take
Did it change after his game tonight, or was that beforehand?
Hold on. Where the hell is my page? Sony Michelle. James. No, it's different. It's different. That's a true projection. Anyways, what they have a Golden Tate at? 22. Tate at 11.
Yeah,
Damn. He outscored his projections. Edwards off to a good start, 60.8 points. What do you think about this matchup?
I mean, it's not a bad start for Edwards. He might have McCaffrey covered with that 60.8, but God, dude, Seward's running backs are super hot, and not to mention that Alvin Kamara is due for a big week. I think Seward pulls this one.
Edwards off to a good start here. Dude, this division beats up each other all the fucking time and at random times. Seward could go throw two. We've seen it. No, I gave Seward respect just a minute ago. I'm gonna take it back. I'm going at Edwards. I'm thinking Seward throws up another.
Damn.
We'll see. Let's move on to our next matchup. Who are we talking about? Straight flash, homie. Having two guys go. One of them putting up 23. The other one putting up 1.7. Two offensive players. I say if you're in Chris's shoes, Birdman, you got to feel pretty good here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Casey favored by 5 points. You think that will hold? Are we taking the underdog at a 3-1?
Hey, Birdman, listen to my advice, even though he hasn't even heard the show yet, and he's got Penny out of his lineup. So I'm taking Birdman.
Casey's bound to win one of these fucking weeks when he's dropping 250. I'm going Casey here. He's got Nelson Aguilar. Aguilar probably plays like 95% of the snaps, but he's trash. He's so bad. He's Travis Benjamin and a different person.
He's bummy.
Travis Benjamin is the poster boy for just a bummy decoy space receiver.
No.
All right, I'm going Casey though. I'm going Casey. We got Pete and Matt starting out here. What did Matt do? How many did he have go? 3? Michael
Van Noy.
Yeah, Van Noy definitely saved the day for him. But
is Michael Bennett playing?
Yeah, he started Michael Bennett. I don't know if it was in there. I don't know if that's a flub or if Michael Bennett got some snaps. We're doing
yikes. I mean, does he think that Fuller and Watson are just gonna carry him every week, and you don't have to worry about putting DNs in that are alive?
He might have played, but you might have to check that snap count. Good start.
Just a goose egg.
Good start for Pete. Jabril Peppers, probably happy about that. Little 12-pointer. Edelman, 9 catches.
Yeah.
I'm going Pete here. This feels like a good start.
This is a no-brainer. Pepper's been a nice little player for Pete. Pete's doing well on the free agent pickup so far this year.
We got our next one. We got Tito and Rupp here. Well, I'm looking for Tito's projected to win by 21, somewhere in there, 22.
Yeah, Tito. I guess AP's back in the game plan, new coach. Who got the coaching job for Redskins interim?
I don't even know.
OC, DC. There's some guy who won a contest maybe on the radio. might be for the best.
That's funny.
I'm going Tito.
I'm going Tito too. Tito's been good. 5-1 here. I'm not right now. Rupp's lineup doesn't look too threatening.
Well, here's the deal, though. There is something that could hurt Tito big time here. David Johnson may not play. And if he doesn't play, and Rupp's already got him in, Chase Edmonds would be the main back. And the kid looks good, man. I mean, like, Jerome suggested – he had 8 for 68 and a touch last week. Jerome suggested that they should probably do like David Johnson do the catching – Edmonds do the running, and I kind of tend to agree with him right now on that.
Bro, he's got Malcolm Brown in the lineup too. Gurley's missed a couple practices this week. He might get 2 RB1s out of fucking Edmonds and Brown.
And then followed up with an RB15 with LaShawn McCoy. RB40, RB60. He finally got TJ Yeldon out the lineup, though.
There might be some game script that leads Rupp to a victory here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that Arizona Atlanta game is going to be off the Richter. I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go favorite here with Tito, but there could be something here. Next game's me and you. What the fuck, Dan? Why can't you let me have one? You know, if I lose, what am I, 5-1? If I lose this week, I'm tied on the record boards for losing streak.
Do you? Oh, wow. I would love to put you in there. But hey, you think if I did tank this game, Robbie would be mad then? I wonder.
Oh, my God. When Janoris Jenkins, here I am like thinking I make some good pickups. 9 points out of John Simon. That's cool. But Brandon Bolden, 18.1.
What a bomb.
Just
God damn.
Yes. But then I blew my load on McCourty. I was deciding between him and Gilmore. Gilmore gets a pick. I go with McCourty. Go figure. But, yeah, you're off to, you pretty much, Jenkins getting 20 from a DB puts you in fucking really good shape. I'm going to lose. Whatever. Let's move on.
That's it. The show's over.
No, we got Robbie and Jerome. One more.
Ah, fuck that game.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Who we got?
I want to go with Jerome. Pull off the upset somehow.
I'm definitely going Robbie here.
Some way.
All right. Hey, good shit, DZ. See you next week. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll be here.
EDL, realist. Dynasty League.
Seward, for you, Seward.
See y'all next time.